Ahsoka episodes 1 and 2 just dropped. Holy shit, it's finally here. Let's talk about it. And spoilers for these episodes. So I don't know how much I'm going to talk about the plot so much, just because there's so much here that I'm probably going to try and talk about the plot and then leave a lot of shit out, just because there's a shit ton here. I loved these episodes, but I did have some problems with that. And I guess we'll start with the negatives because I mostly have positives. I know with my reviews I usually try to start with the positives before I go into the negatives, but I mostly have positives, so let's just talk about it. The negatives here are, if you're not a Clone Wars fan, it's very dense. These episodes are very exposition heavy. They're getting you caught up on everything. Even if you are a Clone Wars fan and a Rebels fan and you've seen all that, you might want to refresh your memory on some of that stuff because it's very dense. There's a lot of expedition, there's a lot of stuff, and it did make the first two episodes feel a little clunky, but that's why it's probably good that they dropped two episodes at once. Also, they are part 1 and part 2, so they kind of flow into each other like that. But yeah, that wasn't a huge negative for me. That's just one. The other negative I had is I'm not really sure what they're doing with Ahsoka's character in terms of the fact that in this show they keep kind of flip-flopping between she's a Jedi, she's not a Jedi, and I do appreciate that they're trying to explore that character because her arc of her leaving the Jedi Order is one of my favorite arcs in Clone Wars. My main problem with Mandalorian Season 2, and my only real problem with that season, other than that stupid frog episodes where they get on that ice planet, is that, like, come on. Why are we doing this shit of, like, Ahsoka, just, is she a Jedi, is she not? I don't really know what they're going for. If I feel like by the end of the show we will have more of a clear direction of whether or not she is a Jedi or not. I mean, it's very implied that she trained Sabine, and she's going into a lot of her Jedi ways. She's constantly referred to as a Jedi, even though sometimes she likes to not be referred to as that, and other times she's a little bit more lenient on it. I don't know. It's just very weird to me. But other than that, I thought that was great. But yeah, those are my only real negatives. From the first moment this episode started, I was like, this is a different type of Star Wars show. Not in the same way Andor is, but it's just quick moving and quick to the punch. Mandalorian's a little bit slower, takes a little bit of time with it, but these episodes have a lot of action in them. They quick move. There's a lot of expedition, yes, that slows down these episodes a little bit, but there's a lot of plot jammed into these episodes that is really well done. And there's a lot of great special effects where, even though Mandalorian mostly had great effects, there were times it was a little bit clunky, and Boba Fett, same thing. Andor was pretty much perfect, but this show, holy shit, takes it to a new level. It all looks great in this show, and just looks fantastic. Also, I really liked Hera. Seeing her again is just great. What they did with her character is great. Sabine, I mean, I'm really getting engaged with her stuff, and I don't know. I just really enjoy everything they put together in this episode, and these two episodes. I loved this show. I cannot wait to see what goes on week to week, and yes, I will be covering it every Wednesday or Tuesday night or whenever this video goes up. Basically, it'll be one of those days every week. And yeah, I really enjoy these two episodes a lot, and I'm definitely going to have to try hard to get some sleep without thinking about these episodes not nonstop.